You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried? Break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is Pilot Training Flight Simulator. I know it's a bit of a long name, so oftentimes I just abbreviate it to PTFS. Right? But anyway, today we will be looking at this game. This is just a basic role-play airplane simulator. There are some missions in there. I mean, the reward, if there is any rewards, aren't that grand, but at the same time, it gives you something to do. So let's get into it. This is one of my favorite, if not nearly the favorite game for aviation on this one. Maybe second to Wings of Glory. Just down to how many things they have. Like, once this all loads in everything, I'll show you the grand scape of everything. Alright, so we're here on the USS Gerald R. Ford. As you can see, it's to scale. Like, this is as large as the real one is. It's really puts into size how big these carriers are. But so yeah, this is the Gerald R. Ford, and you have these little you'll see these all around the map, aircraft spawners. Now, some of them will say light, medium, or large aircraft spawners. It doesn't matter. They all spawn everything. Let's go into here. Now, seeing as we are on a carrier, and it only fits, we're going to go with the F4 Phantom. I'm just joking. Oh. Whoops, did not mean to spawn that. You know what? Just for the giggles of it, we're going to go with an F4U Corsair, because I mistaken it. So, before we take off, though, I would like to show you, right in here, this is just the carrier, by the way. When you go to a main spawn, you can spawn in lots of, like, air tankers and stuff. So, yeah. So they have lots of different planes on here. Like, they have the F-18s. And a lot of these planes actually have variants to them. Like, I'll show you the F-18. See this one? It has the, you can buy the Game Pass Blue Angels, the default gray, Diamondbacks, Jolly Rogers, and NASA even. I didn't even know that one existed. As well as like things like the Eurofighter, they got the black and gray versions. Personally, my favorite plane for the carrier, now that they just added the new updated F4 Phantoms, and they had a whole bunch of them here. My favorite actually is the German one. I'll spawn in for you here. Now, come on, you can't tell me this thing doesn't look like a tank. Well, let me delete this plane. There we go. Close the tab list there so you don't have to look at that. So, recently they updated the F4 Phantoms to be, one, to scale, because beforehand they were slightly smaller than they actually are. As well as they added more skins than just the base default Microsoft green, which, I mean, isn't really a good look for an airplane. Alright, so if you come up here, there's this little button called Controls. It'll tell you just about everything about your airplane. Yeah, so there you go. This changes by plane, by the way. So let's put the engine on. Let's bring the engine, bring it up to 4% throttle. That's about as fast as you want to go on the carrier. It's about 20 to 30 knots. And some planes have tail hooks, which if they do, you can line them up on the little rail here and press Q to lock in the landing gear. This flap will come up from the ground. And now all you have to do is put her at full throttle, which takes a second to spool up. And on your command, you press the letter L for launch. And boom, you're in the air. So now that we are flying, let's take this over to Greater Rockford. As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, as you've seen, I'm sure, in lots of my videos, if you haven't, go back and watch them, there is a map. And there's quite a few little islands on here. All very well detailed, I'll give them that. Trying to think of what else I was going to say here, but my brain decided to go quiet. Oh yes, there we go. We are supersonic. As you can see, the speed and altitude are imperial, not metric. But I mean, if you have a problem with that, go play a different game. Sorry about that. So sometimes here, if you press the letter R, I'll put it on altitude hold and show you. They have a whole bunch of different things. Like they have some role play items. Here's the missions I was talking about at the beginning of the video. GUI options. I actually haven't looked into that. I'll look into it later. Failures. This is a new thing they added. So sometimes if you have random emergencies enabled, you'll get different failures that'll happen, like engine failures, landing gear, or flight controls. And trust me, it makes it interesting to fly sometimes. Like me and my friend the other day, we both had an engine failure, and he was in an F-15, and I was in a big, I don't remember, I think it was a KC-130 or something. But, so yeah. Let's bring the power back to about 10%. I'll put flaps down. And all by the way, all planes, if you press the letter P, puts them in reverse thrust power. As you can see here, the thrust bar turns yellow to signify that. Yeah, and that just makes it a bit easier to land. Max speed is 10 knots in reverse. In case you didn't know what the KTS means, that's knots. I'm stalling. I'm a good pilot, trust me. So we'll come in. This is a very poor landing, by the way. I just wanted to get here to show you some things. Alright, so we came around again, and we made actually a decent landing. So we'll slow down here. And let's... So Y and H are your flaps, usually. You can configure them in different ways. I'll show you some of the settings things here at the end of the video, in case you need to know. So you can, I'll put a timestamp in the video for when I start talking about that. So let's just roll right over here to the spawners. This is probably close enough. We'll just get rid of this so it's not in the way. Now to sprint in this game, you actually have to press 1 on your keyboard. I'm not sure for mobile. I don't think there even is a mobile version of this. I could very much be wrong. So as you can see, they have just about everything. Like here's some of the carrier planes I was showing you earlier. They have some of these. They even had the SR-71 Blackbird as a game pass, which my friend has, and trust me, it's fast. Like, fast as fuck boy fast. They have like classic MiG-15, which I mean, I haven't played actually. It's a good idea actually. I'll do that later. Some of their older models, like the Hurricane and the oh boy, where is it? And the Lightning, Fokker DR1. There's a couple old models in here that aren't the best, but whatever. Yeah, so they got lots of these big ones up here, as I show you the A10 Warthog now. Yeah, they have like Airbus A220s, A320s, The Avro Vulcan, this thing's way bigger than it looks, by the way. Yeah, I got a 727 cargo jet, E3 Century, EC-18B. I don't think I've ever actually flown that thing. It's kind of ugly though. KC-707, P-8 Poseidon. So they even have choppers. Some choppers in this game, like the Sikorskis and the Airbus. Um, yeah. So there's a good variety of planes to pick from here. And here, I'll go out of this, and I will show you the map. So right here, we have. I think this is orangey. No, I'm not sure what this is. I'll pull up a picture later of what the full map is. But so yeah, right now we are on Greater Rockford at the Greater Rockford airfield, and this has a couple of airfields here actually, which is nice. So I guess let's spawn something in and take it for a flight. We'll go back across the carrier to Orenji. Maybe something a little faster this time. I think a Tomcat should do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Jolly Rogers. Grim Reaper, sorry, not Jolly Rogers. But I mean, this never gets old. Come on, look at that tail. That is just immaculately painted. Kudos to the designer of this. I got to give you all the credit in the world for it. But yeah. So let's cut from here to me flying. All right, so here we are up in the air, taking off. Nice, good taxiway. Sometimes you'll see in chat and stuff people role playing, which is just great actually, because it makes the game really feel alive. All right, so as you can see, there's a couple islands. Some of them I'm not sure how to pronounce. Skopelos, Isolirani, Perth, St. Bartholomew, Orenji, obviously the carrier that we were at, USS Gerald, Grindavik, the HMS Queen Elizabeth is right there. Southamptona, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Greater Rockford, and I think there's one more over this way. Cyprus. So anyway, let's head ourselves over to Orenji. Passing the Gerald R. Ford right now. Let's pull a Tom Cruise real quick. Yeah, there we go. Speeding right past the tower at full tilt. Am I right? Alright, so as we come up to Orenji, I'm going to dial back on the throttle. And this is a little tutorial on how to land. I'm not the best at it. So you're going to dial it back so you'll find out at which plane it has the little landing speed light come up. For this plane, it is 11%. For this one, I swing the wings out, move the center of gravity forward. Not all the way, but not all the way back either. Makes it difficult on landing. So sweep it out to 20 degrees all the way. And we're going to press H 2 times to open up the flaps. Yeah, see, there we are, right at land speed. Bring the gear down. Yeah, like that. And then you're going to try and line up your best on this. I think there's a setting you can enable crosswinds, which I do have enabled. I think actually it's just the weather one, but so yeah, I do have it enabled right now, and it is a heck of a crosswind I'm feeling right now. So let's make touchdown. I couldn't have done that better in 1,000 years if I tried. So we'll bring it down to about 5% throttle for taxiing. Now that we are down, we're going to bring the wings back in and pull the flaps up, obviously. And then we just taxi. It's as simple as that. Now, I'm sure my one friend, you know who you are. He can land planes in this game about 1,000% better than I can, which, trust me, really shows how good he is compared to the decent landing I just made there. So let's just pull this right in here. This is Tokyo International Airport. I'm not sure if this is accurate or not. Do not quote me. Alright, so now that we are here, I guess I have to hold space. So now that we are here, let's go back to the main menu, and I will show you how to look at, or like how big the map is, and I'll show you some settings. Alright, so this is the map. This is how everything is laid out. All the islands like you can fly to. There's even a little oil rig here you can land on with a chopper. See? So if you click on any of these, you can zoom in on them. Like for example, Greater Rockford. All these names here, these are bases you can land at. Pretty simple, right? Cyprus has these ones. I'll just click on them all, show you. Or all the big islands at least. This one has Lukla. I think I pronounced it right. This little runway here is on a hill and it slants upwards. Be careful taking off from there because I found it a little bit difficult in larger airplanes like 707s and 747s and stuff. Then again, I'm probably the only crazy person here who role plays with a 747 landing on a 3,200-foot runway. Or, landing on Antonov on the USS. So, I'm a little on the crazy side. Orenji has like we landed here at Tokyo International. It's got the other ones. I don't think I've ever landed at them. There's this fun little bridge here you can fly underneath. It's actually pretty tall. So yeah, I guess that's all I got for you today, other than some settings. If we go into options here, these are where you can find all of your stuff. So wind enabled, this is what gives you those crazy crosswinds like I was just fighting. Instant loading, yes, you like that. You always want to keep that on, unless you're crazy. I'm not sure what this one does. Infinite fuel is fun if you just want to role play, or if you just want to like fly around. Sorry, if you want to role play, turn it off. It makes it more fun. You actually have to land, refuel at the different fuel tanks around in different places. Hold space to exit. That I like because then you don't accidentally hit the space bar and oh look, I fell into the middle of the ocean. Yeah, like that. Always day is fun sometimes. I do turn it on to false, just to get cool shots and stuff. This one is good because above people's name tags, when they get close to you, you can see their airspeed and their altitude, which makes it helpful. Rain, it just looks cool. But anyway, I think that is it for today. Thank you for watching once again. This should be coming out, I think, on Friday. This is being recorded on Wednesday. Yeah. So I will talk to you all another day. Thank you for watching.